This 2020 Sir Award recipient avoids the spotlight like nobody's business. But because of the way he's taken care of business for decades, we recognize him tonight quietly. He's Jim Mace, community supporter, full-time family man, and part-time speed enthusiast. Tell me about Jim on a personal level that a lot of people may not know.
He's one heck of a guy. Everybody knows, super generous and loves to ski, loves adventure.
Well, I think one of the big things for Jim is he's a man of his word. He's got a lot of integrity. He's very organized in what he does, and really nobody in town can say anything bad about the guy.
The last few years, he got interested in Burning Man.
It all goes into what he does, what he likes, the fast automobiles, the racing, and those are, to me, they're funny because he does all that screwy stuff, and I think he's nuttier than a fruitcake doing it, but that's Jim.
The most important thing with Jim is not to tell him you can't do something. When you tell Jim that, then he tries harder to either get something done or to get there in time or to make it or make something extra happen.
We love to, do things together, get airplanes so he can go skiing someplace. But he's just a good friend, and you don't have many of those in life.
Why is he so passionate about what he does and who he represents?
I just think that Jim takes his job serious. He's always been very professional with it. It's not the easiest job in the world at times. He's dealing with management, he's dealing with labor. He's kind of stuck in the middle at times, but at the end of the day, he does what's right and what's best for everybody involved.
We had the confidence of knowing that whatever needed to be done would be. Jim took care of his job.
Every meeting that he shows up to, he's got a stack of papers. They all got a page number on them. You always know right where you're at when you're in a meeting with Jim, and he'll tell you exactly where to go to.
Did a great job. He brought some wonderful people in, and they've done a great job to this day.
Yeah, and I imagine with him on the job, on the clock there, you guys had the trust and the faith.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Because he was, and when we were working on benefits for the unions, he really brought in good information. Could we afford it? These are the upgrades, these are the downgrades. So there was a true understanding between management and labor as to whether we could do these things or not, and that was because of Jim Mace.
How lucky has this organization, this community been to have a guy like Jim Mace?
Oh gosh, Jim is one of a handful of people that they're always there. He supports everything. He's always there when somebody needs a helping hand, and he's done some just really wonderful things. He's done things that are so wonderful that he would shoot me if I told anybody.
I think one of the reasons that the construction companies in Northern Nevada are really strong to this day.
As long as I've known Jim, he's always been a quiet guy, does a lot for the community, a lot more than people know.
He always thought that he wanted to do the best for the union and members and for the AGC contractors. That was the idea. He was kind of a middleman between us, labor and management on these trusts.
He supported everything that I can recall that we ever did. Raising money for roads, raising money for schools, helping kids buy bikes, everything we ever did. Anytime I ever called. When you're raising money, it's tough to get your phone calls returned. But I have to say for Jim, he always called me back, and he was always there. And Jim is very well liked, very well respected, and we really enjoyed working with him.
Oh yeah, he's a Steeler Nation guy, and that's why Jim and I click really well. Everybody says the construction industry is a blue-collar industry. So are the Steelers, and so is Jim Mace.
It sounds like he kind of epitomizes exactly what the Sir Awards are all about.
Absolutely. I mean, when you talk about skill, integrity, and responsibility, it's Jim.
The award is doing something for the industry and everybody within the industry, and he's done a great job. From the beginning for the last 45 years. To this day, he's doing the same thing now that he did 45 years ago. Has not changed.
I'm sure he'll be really appreciative, and it'll be definitely an honor, and hopefully you catch him off guard.
He's got as much integrity as anybody I ever met in my life.
When he receives it, maybe we'll quiet him down a little bit, and he won't, he'll be pretty proud of it. So now I can take him out to lunch.
AGC is thrilled to honor Jim Mace for his personification of skill, integrity, and responsibility, and so much more. Jim Mace, the Sir Award.